We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Rams. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The slot man in motion right. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Fights through him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Slot man moves right. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
0. Hey, 22. Hey, easy.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Stay 50.
Stafford. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles, 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys, because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence, show some aggressiveness, go pick it up.
They run for it with Mixon. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Hey, middle. Hey, red.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Tutu Atwell. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. He's got room past the 30. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a first down.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Getting the ball to Anderson here on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. United Saints. Chris Olave, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Returnable here from the 38. Seven, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Watson. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
first down carry. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Rams 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Mixing up the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 62 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. How do you get much more balance than this? Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. He'll buy some time right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses.
He's got a man, complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down, and it's Kamara again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Watson. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Stafford. And that's complete to Cooks. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Rams 14.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no thought of a return here for Hines. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 86 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
46-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Pickett. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He completes it to Olave. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence.
He's got a man, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready?
2nd and 5 now. Pickett. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
17 yards. And the Rams first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Watson off play action. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
First down.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Got an open man, it's Olave. He's got room at the 30, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Saints continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24.
The score, Saints 41, Rams 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. On the option, Pickett's going to run with it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Pickett. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
By Marcus Davenport. A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Now Pickett on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Kamara trying the right side, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A give to Kamara running right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
32-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner, but at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around. Back now here on EA Sport. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
It's a gain of 20.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Mixon again. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. 7 yards there and a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's got to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, Kamara. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Kamara up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Now it's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They juked him. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Marcus Davenport in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun to give to Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He's taken down back at his own 8-yard line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Howard up the middle, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
They go with Howard again. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Trying the right side with Howard. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Give to Howard up the gut. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is Howard on 2nd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Pickett will look to throw it here. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. third down. Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pickett now on first down. To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late point. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild